älskar snö och jag älskar vinter. That means I love snow and I love winter in Swedish. And snow can be really annoying, but it can also be a lot of fun and amazing and beautiful. And outdoor activities are really important, both in the summer and in the winter. So I'm going to teach you how to make a snow lantern, so that you can go outside in the winter time and get some fresh air and be all healthy and nice. And 3 things that I'm going to talk about is snow conditions, it's snowballs, and it's actually how to put the snow lantern together. So to start with the snow conditions, we all know that to make a snowball we need wet snow. So the ideal temperature is about 33, 34 degrees Fahrenheit, or just, just good enough to make snowballs without making you completely soaking wet when you go outside. And when you go out in the snow, you need good clothes. These are my favorite gloves. They were my Christmas gift last year. Awesome. It's good with mittens because they make nice and smooth, soft, and like really nicely shaped snowballs. And also gloves or mittens that are like these ones that has some kind of protective coating that doesn't make your gloves really wet right away. Like if you have knitted ones, they're going to stick to the snowballs and just get wet really quick. So good gloves, a beanie, boots. You can wear something like this, but these will get wet if it's really wet. So stick with something that are like snowboard boots or something like that. That's good. So when you're all ready to go and you have your hat, your gloves, snow pants, whatever you like on, you can go outside and start making snowballs, which is the second step. I like to make them about this size. And it doesn't really matter what size they are, it just depends on how big you want to make your lantern and how long you want to keep going. I usually make them like 2 to 3 inches in diameter, maybe a little bit bigger than this one. And I make the lantern maybe this big at the bottom, and maybe a foot or so, a little bit less. So what you do is you just make a lot of snowballs and then you start putting them in a circle like this, just like I showed you. And you want to make sure they stick nice and snug together so that when you put pressure on top here, they're not going to roll out from underneath. So you do that, and then you make more, and you put them on top like this, one at a time usually, because usually they're not taped together. So you just like put them on, and this circle is going to be a little bit smaller than the first one, so that you can start making a pyramid like this. And just make them nice and snug, and make sure that they don't roll out from underneath. And you keep going, making the circle smaller and smaller. And then you're going to put a candle in a little jar or whatever. If it's not windy, you don't even need the jar. But it usually is, so it might be good. So if you're making it when it's dark, you can light the candle, put the candle inside, and then you keep closing up the lantern like this. And then you have a beautiful lantern where the light's going to come out all around, and it's going to be so pretty in your yard. And if it's not dark outside when you make it, you can just go out later on and light it. And a lot of times I make a circle in the bottom and I leave a hole in the bottom layer so you can slide a glass jar in or slide a candle inside without having to take the lantern apart. Might be hard with a jar though, but you can do that anyway. And that's how easy it is to make a snow lantern. And the more snowballs you have, the more lanterns you can make to light up the dark. It'll be nice and cozy.